And that one.
Please sample.
Always love you. I was young, I was pretty. Yes.
You're still young and pretty, I mean.
People didn't know much about online harassment. People didn't know that online harassment actually is a thing and is a violence that needed to be addressed. Someone presented a Kenyan airline receipt that she has a laptop that's going to be delivered to her. She needed to deposit some money. The receipt looked very genuine. Extremely, she was very excited. That was her first laptop ever, you know. So when she deposited the money and the person just disappeared.
Imagine opening your phone and instead of connection, you find fear, threats, someone who knows where you live, someone who wants to silence you simply because you are a woman online. Now, imagine instead of shrinking, not just for yourself, but thousands of others, you stand up and use this pain to guard you. This is what Ruth did. Ruth Atim is a social entrepreneur and technologist from northern Uganda. She is the founder of Gender Tech Initiative Uganda, an organization that teaches women and girls how to move through digital spaces with power and not panic. And here's one thing. Ruth did not just wake up one day and decide to be a digital safety expert. She became one because she had to. Because she lived through online violence herself. And instead of letting it silence her, Ruth turned this pain into a movement. She equips women with digital self-defense. She trains them to spot harassment, document it, protect their data, and advocate for safer tech policies. Wow. Ruth is a voice leading on an online gender-based violence in Uganda, and she has proof that your worst experience can become your greatest mission. I am your host, Atuhurra Angella Majorie, and this is Ikaara na CEO, where vision meets execution, where ideas become industries, and where leadership is more than just a title. It is a responsibility. And today, we are with a woman who refused to be intimidated by a screen and is now helping others to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ruth Atim. Yay! Hi, Ruth.
Hi.
Welcome to Ikaara na CEO.
It's such a pleasure. I'm so honored to be hosted on the esteemed Ikaara na CEO podcast.
I hear esteemed.
I am shy. It's such a honor, really. Thank you for having me.
Briefly tell us about me and the audience. Who is Ruth without all these titles?
Without the titles, first, I'm a mother, and then I'm everything after that. There is this English fancy word that people like using. I am multifaceted.
Wanje?
Yes, that one, you had it right. I am multifaceted, meaning I tune my personality based on where I am. If you find me with kids, I will want to behave like a child.
Okay.
If you find me with the intellectuals, I would behave like them. If you find me in the garden, I'm a farmer, by the way.
I'm also a farmer.
Yes.
So farmers.
So yes.
Yeah.
So I'll you know. So I think it's a good trait to be someone who is flexible and someone who can adapt. So that's me.
Oh, nice.
I do very many things.
Take us through the process, and all that before the Gender Tech Initiative Uganda.
Before all that, my story started from Gulu. That is why
People from
everything
Gulu,
started.
hello, Gulu people.
Yeah, it started from Gulu. I was as an IT student at Gulu University. But because I love the screens, because I loved being in the media,
Yeah.
I started working as a news anchor at a radio station in Gulu. Then it was called Choice FM. I worked, I think I'd studied like for 2 weeks, then I got a job at the radio station. And I worked for 4 years. Then I graduated. I moved to a different radio station where I was taken in as a producer. I was also manning the newsroom. And then that's when the hell broke loose. So there was this particular time I was, when you're investigating a story about a popular person, like someone has influence. Yeah. So there was this particular time I'd sent one of my reporters then to go to the field and, file stories. Every morning you have your editorial meetings and you assign tasks to your news reporters. So then this particular story, it was involving one of the key figures in the district. It was Gulu district then. And there was no one to go and file it, but we really needed to air it
out.
So I had to go and do it myself.
Instead of sending a reporter.
Yes, I was young, I was pretty. Yes.
You're still young and pretty, I mean.
Yeah, so I went to the field to meet this particular public figure. There was an allegation around harassment in his work, in his office, and then allegations about corruption. And then those topics would would rub public figures the wrong way, and it was really, So when my questions didn't go well with this particular person, I don't want to mention their names because it's a bit sensitive. That's when the harassment happened. Of course, I left my number innocently, thinking because he asked me to leave my number, so his secretary could get back to me with more details, not knowing that my number was going to be used to harass me. Yeah. So the rest is history. I ended up, among other reasons, I ended up doing what I call the detox. I left the broadcast media for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I may ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did your family worry when you said you were going to work in tech and internet safety? Because given the fact that you have come from this background, you've already tested the harassment online, or how did your family worry, especially your children, your husband? Yeah.
Then it wasn't a thing. People didn't know much about online harassment. People didn't know that online harassment actually is a thing and is a violence that needed to be addressed. So, and by the way, when you go to report online harassment, because there is no way, because when you're reporting a case or when you're talking about something, people want proof, evidence that you've reported.
Everyone wants proof, I mean.
Yeah. And then we didn't know how to document some of these occurrences. We didn't know how to even write a statement that so and so harassed me online. The best way that we did them was to retrieve, leave, because if you're overly there, it's your safety vis-a-vis what you're trying to push for.
True.
So my family didn't know much about harassment, honestly. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say 4.
4.
Yeah, because they didn't know about it. They didn't know that.
Just like many of us don't know about harassment online, like how does it happen? But anyway, complete this sentence in one word. The internet is...
In one word, you mean?
Yeah.
The internet is... Oh, okay. In one word, the internet is a safe space? No, I can't complete that in one word.
Okay, in a sentence.
Yeah, the internet is an empowerment tool for every woman out there.
The internet is an empowerment tool for everyone outside there.
Yeah.
You founded GTIU after experiencing online violence yourself. I don't want to revive the trauma. I would want
I outgrew it. Yeah.
I know you've already explained about it. What was the specific moment you said, I am going to build something that will support other women that are in my line of work, in my field, and that they don't have to go through this alone?
Okay, just picture this. You have 10 women. You have 10 female journalists. who are leaving the profession because they're being harassed. And we women are known to report cases. Are known to write better because we are
sensitive, we're emotional, we try to put in so much feelings to
yes
the thing,
I wouldn't say very emotional because we women, like, because if you have an experience in doing something, you report about it because you have that passion. So just imagine 3 out of 10 women are leaving the profession. That will definitely reduce the female voices in the already male-dominated profession. Journalism is known to be male-dominated. So if you have women leaving the profession, then we shall have few female bylines in represented within
media,
in the media within here or in those international media, and that is it is justice for us. Who is going to report our issues with that from that
passion?
Yes. Yeah. So it was some of those things that pushed me to start because I couldn't stand seeing few women leaving the profession because of harassment.
What is that one thing you wished someone had told you before being attacked online?
Maybe. Oh yes. What I wish I'd known then was to stay and fight.
Oh, can you fight?
Si manyi nti physical fighting. Like you olemerako ku kintu kyo, that's something that you believe in, like you hang in there.
Do you realize?
I think I gave up so fast. Which translated into something that is helping very many people.
Okay.
So it was a blessing in disguise.
It was a blessing.
Yeah.
So you wish you would have stayed and fought a little bit more. Okay. And if you had to go back to your younger self, one digital safety tool that you wish you had, what would it be?
I would say learning how to block people.
Buri akunyiza, block.
Yeah, because I feel like life is already hard. So people shouldn't, a space that is supposed to help you relax shouldn't again be a place that you feel tortured or that you feel unhappy, unsettled when you visit. So if this is what I always tell my participants, my trainees, that if someone is disturbing your peace online, please block them.
So these bad comments that you see, you wake up to, you find yourself crying.
Those comments are very draining, extremely draining. So if you know that this particular subject is always on my neck, making my life uncomfortable, I block.
You block.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's break it down. What does GTIU do? What do you do?
Okay, GTI is Gender Tech Initiative Uganda. So what we do is we use technology, we use the internet as a tool to support, I call my beneficiaries the marginalized people. So the marginalized people in our context are people who don't have access to the internet, who don't have access to the tools. By tools, you mean the phones, the computers, the internet infrastructure. Yeah. So we do host ICT bootcamps. I think you've seen
I've seen your ICT.
So we train children on how to use to learn digital literacy skills. Things that wouldn't make sense to me and you, like Microsoft Word or something like turning on a computer, means a big deal to these kids.
Isn't that dangerous? Teaching a child at a very tender age how to use a computer, how to navigate through browsers. Don't you think that is too much for a child?
No, I don't think it is. We need to train these children. The future is already tech-enabled. So how will our children maneuver the mambo jumbo around technology if we don't start now? And also believe, of course, you train them with caution. Yeah, you need to let these kids understand. They're very intelligent. You need to let them know that you're going on the internet, you're going to meet other people who are going to ask you questions or are going to ask you to send pictures. That's why child online safety is also very important. So before you give access, you make a child access the internet, teach them about how to be safe online.
How to be safe online. So parents outside there, Ruth is telling us that we don't have to fear to teach our children about online safety. It is better if it is taught right from home before she or he goes outside and finds the nasty version of what the internet has. Kati, what's that most surprising thing women discover when they learn digital safety for the first time?
So I'll talk from my personal
Perspective.
So when I learned, actually I learned digital safety from, it was a fellowship. It's called a Safe Sister Fellowship. So Safe Sister Fellowship trains, it trains you to be tech savvy. Yeah. So when I learned digital safety, then I'm like, oh wow, I can actually, again, block someone who is making my life miserable online. I can actually have a strong password on my phone. I can actually authenticate my devices, authenticate my emails, authenticate my, by authentication, I mean like putting an extra layer of security on your devices so that whoever wants to, it makes it hard for someone to hack into your devices and your socials. So I was like, okay, so there are all these tools available to make our lives easy. I mean, why have we been suffering?
I know.
So that's why they always say information is power.
Information is power.
Yeah.
Now, Ruth Atim. At Ikaara CEO, we always have a signature segment, and it is called Truth or Myth. Welcome to our segment. It is what we are going in for. Here at Ikaara CEO, we believe that leadership is not just about the titles. It is about clarity of thought under pressure.
Oh, the pressure.
I will present you 5 bold statements, and you will have seconds to decide truth or myth. No scripts, no rehearsals, just the mindset. Because we don't just host CEOs, we host the mindset behind the CEO. Ruth, are you ready?
Very ready.
Truth or myth? Only celebrities and activists get targeted online.
It's a myth.
Okay. If I delete a post, it means it has gone forever.
It's a myth.
The best digital safety advice you have given from experience was not a manual.
I would say truth.
Screenshots are enough evidence to report online harassment.
Yes, it's the truth. Document.
You have Googled yourself at least once.
True, several times.
Your daughters are taller than you.
One is almost taller than me, like a couple of inches now.
You can sing a Whitney Houston song.
And that one.
Please sample.
Always love you. Yeah.
Okay. That has been our signature segment at Ikaara CEO, because we do not just host the CEOs, but we also host the mindset behind the CEO. And that was Ruth for our signature segment. Now, your work is also about advocacy, right? And it's pushing for stronger laws and policies. Tell us a moment you have felt the system has failed.
Yes. There was this particular time. How many minutes do I have to respond? How much time do I have? 1 minute. Okay, so there was this particular time my trainees she was not hacked, but like she was scammed online. Someone presented a Kenyan airline receipt that she has a laptop that's going to be delivered to her. She needed to deposit some money. The receipt looked very genuine. Extremely, she was very excited. That was her first laptop ever, So when she deposited the money and the person just disappeared, she tried to go to the police to report. The police didn't even know how to start investigating this particular, so her money went just like that. So I feel like then the system failed her. If they knew what to do, it would have made it easy for follow-ups. But again, hackers are also very smart.
And there are so many things that we really take for granted. And sitting down with you here today, I am learning a lot about my online life. And how best I would be supported if the systems are clear. Now, what is that one most thing, only a woman tech experience you've had? The one that made you roll your eyes and be like, wow, I have done this.
Yes. So I have a WhatsApp group for mentees, the people that we've mentored, the people that have trained who've participated in our previous programs. So one of them, I always share opportunities. So I shared an opportunity on the group, and she went and represented us at an institute. I mean, she went through for Yali. You know Yali?
Yeah, I know about Yali.
Yes. So and for me, I was like, wow, the fruits.
Your tree is bearing fruits.
Yes,
yeah.
I really felt very. It was one of those moments I'd feel like, wow, I think
I've done something at least.
Yeah. It's always good to give back because like to this year's theme for women's celebration was Give to Gain.
Yeah,
people gave for us to gain in 2 years. So we went through lots of mentorships. People invested money in fellowships, travels, but you know how this thing is. So like if someone didn't have to invest or sacrifice their resources, we wouldn't be where we are now. So it's always good to give back too. Yeah.
If you could redesign an app, a famous app to be safer for women, which app would it be? And what would you change?
I would design an app that would
redesign. There is an
redesign.
app.
Yeah, there's an app already.
That app that is already existing.
Can I go extreme? I would design an app that would make your device as a harasser, like blows up in your face. I'm so sorry.
Ananke, isn't that being a sadist?
I'm not being a sadist. I just feel very bad when women go through such injustices.
But do you only think it is women that go through this, but also the men?
Not only women. Men also go through. Actually, men go through a lot of violence. But you see, men were not trained to. I think it's also a mindset thing. They were not trained to either speak up or to be vulnerable because it's the egocentric. If you're to speak up about something that is happening to you, I mean, you're going to be labeled weak and whatnot. So I mean, we've left men to be men. Yeah. So for the women, I mean, it's not nice for a woman to, and it's a very unfortunate that when these things happen, it makes other people happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What gives you hope? Let's say in a space that can be dark. What keeps you going? Yeah. What gives you hope in the line of?
In the line of my work?
Yeah, in the line of your work.
What gives me hope would see women flourishing. People flourishing in their different fields and careers. Of course, leveraging tech. If you're a baker, if you're a fashionista, I mean, how are you incorporating technology in whatever field you're doing? I just love it when people, when women, use technology in bettering themselves.
Yeah. And what is that one thing that you want every listener, be it woman or man, to do differently online after hearing this conversation?
I think there are lots of opportunities online. It's a very huge ecosystem. So let's not make it hard for other people to thrive. The future is really tech-enabled. People's lives have moved from offline to online. So let's make the online space palatable. Let's make it easy for someone to stay online. Yeah.
Any last remarks? I mean, we've already had a very good conversation, and I hope someone outside there has already picked a leaf, one or two, about the online lives. Any last remarks, Ruth?
I would say my parting shots probably your digital right. A digital right is a human right. We're advocating for that. A digital right is a human right. Every person out there has the right to a safer internet, a safer, a nice digital experience, and to thrive in the online space.
Now, for the people that are in Gulu, is it Gulu?
Lugulu.
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 Please say something for them in that language.
About you're putting me on the spot.
No, those things are easy. You can do.
Okay, lutua anafoyo anatin payo anyagilona team Ruth. Afoyo bero ka lok madok ikum nyonyo pamono bene kirum miero wan wek mon gutima be gubed kikoma yacht online. You feel me? We've all understood.
Well, Ruth came to this show with a story that could have been that could have broken her, but instead she built a movement. She saw the darkest corners of internet and said, not under my watch. Instead, she built a movement for all the sisters outside there. Ruth, where can people find you? Do you have your social media handles where people can contact you and talk to you more about internet and life online?
Okay, so I am on all socials. I am on X, formerly Twitter, Ruth Atim. I'm on Instagram, Ruth Atim. I'm on LinkedIn, Ruth Atim. I'm on Facebook, Ruth Atim. I also have a podcast, by the way. It's called the Gender Tech Podcast. It's on all across other socials. So on that podcast, I also talk about technology, the intersection of gender, science, and technology.
Thank you so much. Through the Gender Tech Initiative Uganda, she's turning women from targets into strategists. She's teaching us that digital spaces are not just for surviving, they are for thriving, for speaking up, for building enterprises. Ruth, thank you so much for your courage, your laughter. You're teaching us some. You've not even taught me a word in Gulu.
Kopango.
Gulu is not a language.
Say kopango. When you say kope.
Kopango. Kope.
Iti abe.
Iti mabel.
Atie.
Atie.
If I say iti mabe, you say atie.
Atie.
With that accent.
Atie.
Spot on, yeah.
Thank you so much for showing us the most powerful firewall is a woman who knows her truth. Listeners, if this episode moved you, and all I know it did, do the 3 things. 1, go follow Gender Tech Initiative Uganda on all social media handles and Ruth Atim. Share what you've learned with the outside world. But also, if you're a woman, take 5 minutes today to check your privacy settings. Seriously, Ruth has said it all at its best. And number 3, share this episode with the person who needs it most to hear where they belong and how they belong in technology, in leadership, and in conversation. And lastly, subscribe, follow the conversation, and join us every episode when we sit with leaders shaping industries, ideas, and impact. Because here at Ikaara na CEO, their vision meets execution. We don't just sit with the CEOs, but we also reveal the mindset behind the CEO. Thank you so much and see you in the next conversation. Bye.